Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is the 4 simple habits that I use to balance my blood sugar and eat well. And this is a diet that I have been refining for about 2 years. I've had a lot of input from doctors, nutritionists, a lot of research. This is something that personally has helped me and that is supported by research. So I'm really excited to share this with you. And there are only 4 tips. The first one is to eat a balanced meal, to eat breakfast and eat at regular times throughout the day. Drink water and avoid these things called the blood sugar bullies. Those are the foods that are going to mess up your blood sugar, and we'll go into that more in depth. So let's just get started with number one. And it's very, very simple. It is every time you eat, make sure to include a good source of protein, fat, and carbs with every snack or meal. So it isn't really a diet. You don't have to really restrict everything. However, you do need to eat everything in a balance, and you need to eat your foods together. Now, before I go into this whole plate, I kind of want to just tell you a little bit about something and tell you about the science behind why we eat our foods together instead of eating them separately. And it's because of this thing called the glycemic index. So, what is the glycemic index? It basically means when you eat certain foods, what is the glycemic load of those foods? And glycemic load means after you eat the food, how quickly is that food converted to blood sugar, and then how quickly does it get dispersed into your body? So water is at 0. It's it's neutral. It doesn't affect you at all. Water is at 0, and the healthy foods are from 0 to 55, and then pure table sugar is on the high side, it goes to 100. So if the closer you get to 100, the worse it's going to be. The closer you get to 0, the better it's going to be for you. These are where your vegetables, your meats, nuts, oils, everything, mostly everything good is over here. These are bad. Now, if you eat this, any of these foods, and this is just a very small list of foods, but pretty much anything processed is going to be on this side of the equation. If you eat only this by itself, it's going to spike your blood sugar extremely high, and then it's going to drop it. So if you eat a bagel and you just eat a bagel, so that's at 72, you're going to feel good for about 30 minutes because all of that those refined carbs, all of that sugar is going to be released into your system right away. So you're going to feel good for about 30 minutes. You're going to feel kind of like this high. It's almost as high as jelly beans. So if you eat a bagel, you're going to feel good for 30 minutes, and then your blood sugar is going to drop. It's going to crash because it was extremely high and it's nowhere to go but down. Now, if you eat anything on this side, say you eat a plum at 24, you're going to eat a plum, you're going to feel good, your blood sugar won't crash. Everything on this side will not make your blood sugar crash. Anything on this side, especially if you eat it by itself, you're going to have a bad day. It's going to take a couple hours for your blood sugar to get back to normal because it is spiked so incredibly high. And we're going to talk about in number 4, we're going to talk about the blood sugar bullies, and these are those. But I'm going to go more into depth about that in a minute. But I just wanted to say why we eat food and why we eat it all at the same time is because each of these have a different number on the glycemic index. So proteins, those are usually around 20. Fruits can be anywhere from like 30, 40, 50. There's some fruits that are really high. Some go up to 100, but not that many. Fruits kind of high. Vegetables are extremely low on the glycemic index, so those are a really good slow burning source of energy for you. Whole grains are a nice slow burning source. Healthy oils and fats are really, really good. Let's see if we can find any oils on this. I'm pretty sure oils are around like 10. Peanuts are at like less than 15, and that's a good source of oil and fat. Oils are good, and that's why you should eat fat with every single meal. Oh, here's another glycemic index example. So 55 or less, you got your fruits and vegetables, beans, whole grains, meat, egg, milk, nuts, all these low things. And then these are the medium ones. You can have these, definitely eat them with a meal, like bananas, raisins, so a couple fruits, mac and cheese is here. And then you got your baked potatoes, All of the more dangerous ones are up here. Anything you would find in like the processed food section. So you eat all of these at the same time because oils, that's a really slow burning source of energy. So, same with vegetables, same with protein. So if you eat your grains and your fruits, those are a little bit more high. You eat them all at once, you're going to get a nice, slow, steady burn after you eat your meal. That means that your blood sugar will not spike, and after your meal, it will not drop. It's just a steady release of energy throughout the day. And if you just follow this basic guideline when you're setting up your plates, you're going to be good to go. Don't forget oils. Oils are extremely important. Our brains are made entirely of water and fat. So you're going to need to get your fat. Don't shy away from it. So like olive oil, coconut oil, and even for oils, I will sometimes use some dairy products. So I'll do like whole fat milk or like whole fat cheese on occasion, just to kind of get some of that saturated fat, because you do need saturated fat in your diet as well in small doses. So I'll eat dairy sometimes, and then also oils. So I'll just put some extra olive oil on my meal, or use coconut oil with cooking. It's extremely important to eat oils because that's your brain is made very significantly of fat. So that is number one. Basically, when you make your plate, balance it like this. Number two is you absolutely must eat breakfast within 30 minutes of waking up, or you're going to have a bad day. And also, what I want to add on to this is eat three meals a day and eat them at regular times. Now, you might hear from some people, oh, you need to eat 6 meals a day. It will speed up your metabolism. And I tried that for about a year, and I found that, yeah, I ate 6 meals a day, but I had to eat every 2 or 3 hours. And if I accidentally skipped a small meal, my moods would get so incredibly low that I just couldn't handle it. Because if you eat like that, your liver isn't able to do its job. Basically, what your liver does, it stores this energy called glycogen. You get glycogen from your food. Your energy, or your liver stores that form of energy in your body, and it releases it during periods of fasting. So overnight, your liver will be working to release the stores of glycogen, and also between meals, your liver will be working. That's how livers work. If you're eating 6 meals a day, you're constantly in a state of feeding. Your body's never in a state of fasting, so your liver doesn't get to properly work to release the amount of glycogen that it needs to, and it just kind of sits there dormant, because you're always eating, you're always getting that quick burst of energy, but it isn't good in the long run. So I would say don't eat 6 meals a day unless you're under like the direct care of a physician or a nutritionist who specifically say to do that for your condition, because of course everyone will have a different circumstance. But just for normal people, I would just say eat your 3 meals a day and eat breakfast as soon as you wake up. Now, there is another option. It is called intermittent fasting, and it's where you eat within a certain time period. So, like, you fast for a little longer than normal, and then you eat the normal amount of calories at a later time in the day. That's a whole separate video, and that is an option for some people. That's actually worked for me as well. So you have the option, and I'll post that video later. But this is just for everyday people who want to improve their diet and have a diet that supports their brain health as well. It's okay to just eat, the regular 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And yeah, just eat breakfast after you wake up because your body's been fasting throughout the night. And don't eat the 6 meals a day unless specifically directed to by like a doctor or a nutritionist. This one's important. Water. Drink water and then drink some more. So your brain, it's made up of fat, and we've also talked about how important fat is, and the other part of your brain is water. It's about, 70% water. So you need to be drinking your water. And one funny thing about water is if you drink coffee or if you drink tea, those are both called a diuretic. That means coffee and tea will take water away from your body. It's the caffeine in those. It takes enough water to process that you're actually losing water when you drink coffee or tea. So In addition to drinking the regular amount of water a day, I think some professionals suggest 8 glasses. I've got this calculator here that can tell you like the amount of ounces you need to drink. Um, you know, in addition to drinking the regular amount of water per day, if you're going to drink tea or coffee, you need to drink an extra glass of water for every glass of tea or coffee you're going to drink. So if I'm going to have a coffee in the morning, say I need to drink 8 glasses of water a day, and I have coffee, that means I need to drink 9 glasses of water. Water is so extremely important. Your brain is mostly made of water. So if you're dehydrated, you're going to feel low. Your moods are going to get low and you're going to feel down immediately. So if you're feeling down, make sure you drink a big glass of water and keep your water up throughout the day. And number 4, and this one is one of the most important ones. So we talked a lot about the importance of eating a balanced meal. And what I'm going to talk to you now is avoiding the blood sugar bullies. So that is all the guys that hang out over here on the high glycemic food list. And anything you're going to find in the grocery store that's in the processed foods is going to be on this list, unless it specifically says low glycemic index. And there's only a couple things I've seen that are like low glycemic that are processed, and those are protein bars. So the protein bars are probably here or here, but everything else that's been processed in a factory, you're going to find it over here. You got your French fries, vanilla wafers, cornflakes. Interesting. Even you got your baked potato, instant rice, anything that's like white and starchy, it's going to be over here. Now, here's what's going to happen to you if you eat this and if you eat it by yourself. So I'm not saying you can never eat a cookie. I'm not saying you can never eat a brownie or even drink soda. All soda and fruit juices are over here, most of them as well. I'm not saying you can never drink soda, never drink fruit juice, you can never have cookies again. Yeah, you can definitely have that. However, if you're going to have it, you need to have it with your full meal. If you're going to eat anything on the higher side of the glycemic index, you're going to need to eat it with this, because they're going to balance each other out. So if you got this fast burning cookie that you're going to eat, well, okay, that's totally fine, but make sure you eat a meal with it. So you're going to have your slow burning protein, your slow burning fats, slow burning vegetables, and then you're going to balance that out with some whole grains and fruits. It's just basic math, I guess. It's just basic saying that like, oh, I've got something over here that's over 70. I need to balance it out with all these foods over here that are low. So vegetables, nuts, protein, anything like that. And if you're on the run, good tip, and you want to eat one of these and you really don't want to balance it, I always will just have a scoop of peanut butter, because peanuts are extremely low on the glycemic index, and then have some of these. If you're on the run and that's your last option, it's better than eating any of these alone. It's better to balance it with anything from this. So even like cookies and a glass of milk. Okay, that's better than just eating a cookie. Does that make sense? So these guys are the blood sugar bullies. So if you eat a bagel and that's all you eat, you're going to be happy for about like 30 minutes because your blood sugar will spike. And then you're going to have a horrible day because your blood sugar is going to drop so extremely low that it will take a couple hours for it to get back to normal. Like these foods are not natural. You know, most of these are not found in nature, or if they are, they're very scarce in nature, and our bodies are simply not made to process this type of food in large quantities. These are the blood sugar bullies. If you eat one of these and you eat them alone, I promise you it's going to affect your moods. However, like I said, you can have a normal life and enjoy these foods. Definitely, you can enjoy desserts and sodas, anything like that. Just eat it with a meal. Especially sodas. Sodas are extremely high on the glycemic food index. If you want to have a soda, like a Coke during the middle of the day, and that's all you have, your blood sugar is going to drop really low. But if you want to have it with your meal, it's going to help balance that out. So those are my 4 tips for having a healthy diet and for basically supporting your brain health as well as your body health. It's really easy. Just kind of balance your meals. Anyone can do this. Vegetarians, vegans, people who eat meat, anyone. Just balance it out. Protein, fat, and carbs. Good healthy source of all those. Eat 3 meals a day and eat breakfast soon. Also, if you want to choose to do intermittent fasting, I will post another video about that. There's some good research behind that, and that's helped me. But this is just for, normal everyday people who just want to eat your 3 meals. Eat breakfast after waking up, and yeah, just eat your 3 meals a day. Um, don't eat 6 meals a day. That was a really big mistake that I made, unless, of course, a professional has told you. But if you're just kind of looking to help have a better metabolism and a better um, diet plan, don't eat 6 meals a day. Just trust me on that. And then water, drink lots of water. Your brain is 70% water, so keep drinking water. And then cut back on tea and coffee. But if you do drink tea or coffee, or even soda does this as well, especially caffeinated drinks. Drink an extra glass of water to kind of um, counteract the water that those diuretics have taken from your body. And then number 4, this one's extremely important, avoid the blood sugar bullies. And I posted the glycemic index down here so you can go check it out. But that is anything like processed grain, crackers, white breads, pretzels, junk foods, chips, pizza, french fries, any soda, juice, or energy drink, and desserts. It's totally, totally fine to have those and have a normal, balanced life. However, like I said, balance it. Balance it with these foods, these slow burning, healthy foods, so that you won't get a spike in blood sugar. All right, if you have any questions, feel free. You can email me anytime or shoot me a message. And these have helped me tremendously, help balance my moods, and I feel really, really good after following these tips. So these are the 4 quick tips you can do to eat well and balance your blood sugar. Thanks for listening.